What's up, guys? So, I want to talk about the differences between type 2 and type 3. I genuinely believe type 2 is one of the most misunderstood Enneagram types. Genuinely. I used to have an impression of type 2 that's so incorrect. I used to believe in those stereotypes that you see online. You know, the helper. I mean, that's how they even describe in some fucking sources, right? Some goofy MBTI, sources you might read on the fucking internet. The helper, right? The person who will slurp and bake you a cake. Now, obviously, those are just stereotypes. The reality is different. What we think of them as helpful individuals who are needy and struggle with their self-esteem, so they need to kind of be nice to everyone. While with threes, we like to think of them as grandiose individuals who are overachievers, ambitious, confident, grandiose, arrogant. They want to bask in the admiration of everyone else, and they want to just be consumed by it. They're vain, and they love, status and power and all of that. Now, there is the difference between both types is actually very clear to see. And that difference lays within the core of the individual. Now, what you thought was type 3 stereotype is actually about type 2. What you thought about type 2 and how they're described as this helper. What the fuck was that? I'm just gonna keep going. That sounded like a fucking cat. I'm gonna keep going. So, what? So what? What you thought of us as type 2, the helper, is actually more in line even with as like SO9, maybe SO7, right? The biggest difference between those two types is that Enneagram 2 is much more invasive. Enneagram 2 is gonna be much more aggressive. Yep, you heard it here. They will be more aggressive. They'll be more unstructured.
Let's just talk.
Oh, you're crying?
No.
You're fucking crying,
Maddie.
you fucking bitch. You're
Maddie,
the one who's
come on.
hurt? You're the most self-centered, idiotic person I have ever fucking met. You fucked my ex, and you're fucking crying? Are you fucking kidding me?
Let's just do it later.
Cat, shut the fuck up. How long have you been fucking him? Rue?
Listen, let's just get into the car, okay?
When was this?
Right after New Year's.
You dumb fucking bitch. I'm gonna fuck you. Fucking run away from me, you stupid. Where are you guys? Come on.
A type 2 is that brat. And what do you need to do with a brat? You need to brat tame them. But that is exactly what they are. A teenager who does not accept limits. Right? So in many ways it kind of does fit with that. Now, the core of type 2 is almost a certain privilege. They do believe that they're the shit. And everyone obviously should appreciate their existence, should appreciate their effort, and should appreciate the fact that them existing around you is making you a better person. So this privilege was going to come with a certain grandiosity and sense of entitlement. All the things you thought is type 3 is actually type 2. Type 2 does inherently have this confidence within himself and privilege that they're the shit because they exist, so they deserve it. They deserve the fucking great shit.
And he gave her confidence.
With type 3, it's a bit different. Type 3 internally is often lacking. They need proof and evidence of their greatness. They need proof and evidence for other people to follow them, for other people to look at them in awe and admire them. So they tend to adapt to standards. They tend to be more controlled. They tend to be more icy. Chameleonic in that sense. They are more adaptable to what people want. More adaptable to social norms.
Quit.
Because I want to fit in.
Conformists, in many ways, conformists, right? Threes are conformists in many ways. So there's this almost internal motivation of, again, trying to adhere to those standards, and because only then you're worth something. And we see this with someone like Andrew Tate. You know, you are only worthy if you have this, that, and this. And that's the mentality of a three core. You only matter, or you're only worthy when you have that. When you have none of that, you are worthless and you feel like shit about yourself. With a type 2, that's not existent. A type 2 is not going to sit there and feel like shit about himself and his self-worth, because they don't define their self-worth by adhering to external kind of societal desires.
Do you like it?
I feel stupid.
What? Everyone feels stupid. Who cares?
You feel stupid?
Yeah, I did. And then I just chose not to feel stupid.
I don't know if I can really get to that point.
90% of life is confidence. And the thing about confidence is no one knows if it's real or not.
And a type 2 is going to be much more, type 2 is not going to be a conformist in that way. Type 2 is going to be more rebellious. Type 2 is going to be more aggressive, more invasive of your space, of your feelings, everything. While type 3 is going to be more pulled back. Type 3 is going to be more cautious, more methodical, more logical in many cases, right? So all of that's going to be present, right? So it also comes with lack. Twos often are quite unstructured people because, again, they follow their emotions, emotion over everything, which is why Naranjo considers them an anti-intellectual type, with an exception being SO2. They're not thinkers. They're not people who think much, use logic before making decisions, but rather go with the feelings. And as their heart carries them. So that's an important distinction. Just that's as simple as that. Ignore everything else. Right? And a three core wants to fit that image. And when you validate that image, they feel okay, that's good. I'm fitting that image. I feel good.
Do you want a bite?
I'm on a diet, but thank you.
You don't need to lose any weight. You're kidding, right? You look great. Very fit.
You can always be thinner. Look better.
With a type 2, it's more so you're validating an image that they already believe that they have. They already believe that is what they are. So you're not validating something that they're clinging to. You're just simply confirming their reality. So that's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.